Welcome back to Train Signal. You're watching the video for Lab 3, Managing Application Lifecycle in benandbrady.com domain. This topic is covered in two videos. In the first part of the video, I'm going to show you how to upgrade and uninstall applications using group policy objects. And in the second part of the video, you will learn how to deploy legacy applications that do not have the MSI files. In that video, we will be creating ZAP files, and then I'll show you how to deploy those applications using group policy objects. So let's get started. Let's go to the next screen over here. This is the typical application life cycle. You install a new application into your domain, and then when a newer version becomes available, you would like to upgrade the application to the newer version, and finally, if you do not need the application anymore, you simply uninstall the application from your domain. Group policy objects can be used to manage the entire life cycle. So once again, you do not have to go to individual client computers to install, upgrade, or uninstall applications. All this can be managed using group policy objects. We saw in the last video how to install Office XP using group policy objects. Now we're going to continue this scenario. benandbrady.com has decided to upgrade their applications from Office XP to Office 2003 Professional. We're going to use a GPO, and I'm going to show you how to upgrade the existing installation from Office XP to Office 2003. So let's do that. I'm going to minimize the screen now and take you back to DC1. So here's DC1, and over here we need to do the steps to deploy Office 2003. Now going back to the steps that you need to do that, the first step is to create a software deployment point. So let's see what we need to do for that. I'm going to go to the C drive of DC1, and over here I've already copied the Office 2003 CD-ROM. So I'm going to double click this to show you the files that are copied. The MSI file that we will use to deploy this is, let me just maximize this so we can see the entire. The MSI file that we'll use is called pro11.msi, and it is located right over here. So this is our Office 2003 deployment point. So all I have to do is share it, and we are ready to start deploying Office 2003. So I've deployed Office 2003, and it has been, let's do that one more time. It has been shared as well. Okay, I'm going to close this. So that was the first step, create a software deployment point. The second step is to create the OU structure and users. We already created the OU in the last lab, and we're going to continue using the same OUs and the users. The next step is to deploy Office 2003. We're going to repeat the same steps. Let's do that. I'm going to go to Admin Tools, and in there, open Group Policy Management. Over here, we will create a new Group Policy object. To do that, we need to go to the Group Policy Objects node over here, right click, and then say New. We're going to call our policy Office 2003. Click on the OK button. At this point, the Office policy is blank. We need to tell it to actually deploy Office 2003. So we need to right click on it, edit. We're going to use the same method, assign to users. So I need to go under the user configuration, under software settings, select software installation, and let's start creating this GPO. So right click on this, new, package. Over here, we're going to navigate through network places one more time. So I'm in Windows Network, Ben and Brady domain, DC1, and in there, navigate to the Office 2003 folder and pick up the pro11.msi file for our deployment. So I'm going to click on open, and then the method will be assign, and click on the OK button one more time. At this point, we have informed the GPO to actually install Office 2003. This should take a few minutes to finish. Here it is done. Now, at this point, it will simply install Office 2003 for us. We need to inform it that it has to actually go ahead and perform an upgrade over Office XP. To do this, you need to select this object over here, right click, and then go to Properties. This will open up the advanced properties of this deployment. In there, we need to specify the upgrades. So as you can see, there is a tab over here called Upgrades. I'm going to select that. Then over here, under this screen package that this package will upgrade, I need to click on the Add button. Okay, and then I'm going to say that find a package from a specified GPO, browse, We know that the GPO that we're going to upgrade is Office XP, so I'm going to double click on this, and now over here it says that this current group policy object, namely the Office 2000 group policy, will upgrade the Office XP policy. Now here are the two options: uninstall the existing package, then install the upgrade. This will actually uninstall Office XP first before it installs Office 2003. You can keep that, or you can say that the package can upgrade over an existing package. So it's up to you. If you want to completely uninstall a previous application, you can do so, or you can simply upgrade over the existing package. I'm going to select to upgrade over the existing package and then click on the OK button. And here's an important checkbox that you should not miss. Make sure you click on this one, required upgrade for existing package. This will make sure that Office 2003 is installed on top of, or it upgrades Office XP. So click on apply, click on OK, and we're done. I'm going to close this box. And now let's get back to the group policy management console. Here we go. We just created a new policy called Office 2003. We just created the policy. The next task is to actually link it to the appropriate OU, namely California. So to do that, let's click on California, right click, link an existing GPO, and then pick up the GPO Office 2003 and then click on the OK button. So now we have two GPOs in California, Office XP and Office 2003. What I'm going to do is to select this and then move this to the top of the link order so that Office 2003 is applied before XP. This will ensure that Office 2003 always upgrades Office XP. So we're done with this part. I'm going to close this, exit out, and now let's refresh our policy. To do that, we need to go to Start, Run, and then type GP update, and then click on the OK button. So the group policy is refreshed, and it should be applied shortly. I'm going to minimize the screen. Now let's give it a shot. Let us now see the effects of our GPO. So I'm going to double click on client 1 and log in as jsmith to the benandbrady.com domain. Type in the password over here, and let's see what happens. Click on the OK button. Now observe, it should say that it's loading its personal settings, and now soon a screen should appear over here saying that Office XP is being upgraded by Office 2003. Here we go, applying software installation settings. So we had Office XP before. It's going to do an in-place upgrade of Office 2003 on top of Office XP. So let's check that out once this is finished. Again, this should take a few minutes. Once it is ready, I'm going to show you the links in the Programs menu. It looks like it's ready. Let's try it. So I'm going to click on, not quite, Start, Programs. Still doing it in the background. I can hear the hard disk buzzing over here. And you should expect the same because it's doing a major file copy over here. And over here is the newer Office XP. So here we go. Here is the applications that you expected. Word 2003. The first time I use Word 2000, it will upgrade Office XP. So it's doing that at this point. And then over here, it's going to ask me for the product ID. I'm going to enter that. And then in this manner, the application would finish. So I'm going to minimize the screen and let this finish in the background and take you back to our document over here. Let us now look at the life cycle one more time. So we installed a new application, namely Office XP. We upgraded to Office 2003. And now let's say that benandbrady.com, the company as a whole, decided not to use Microsoft Office. So we need to uninstall Office without actually visiting each client computer. Let's see how we can use the GPO for that. But before we do that, let's go back to client 1 and see the progress. Here we go. It's already done. We have successfully installed Office 2003. I'm going to click on the finish button over here. Let's check it out. I'm going to go to Start. And it's starting Word because I clicked on the Word icon, so it already installed Word for me, so we know it's working. But let's check it out one more time. I'm going to click on the Start button, go to Programs, and notice over here the icons for our Office XP were over here. They are gone. In its place, we have Microsoft Office, the group, and we have the 2003 version of Office. So we have successfully upgraded from Office XP to Office 2003. Now I'm going to log off and disconnect as a JSmith from the client computer. Now we need to do the last step, which is to uninstall the application using GPOs. So let's do that. Going back to DC1, let me log in one more time. Let's start Group Policy Management Console. I'm going to close this. So here we go. Admin Tools, Group Policy Management. And now we need to modify Office 2003 GPO in such a way so that it will actually perform an uninstall. To do this, let's go to the appropriate GPO object, which is Office 2003. Let's right click on the Office 2003 GPO, select Edit, and we will once again find the settings for this. Under Software Installation, under User Configuration, select it, right click. This time, instead of going to Properties, we will go to All Tasks. Over there, we will select Remove. There are two options. Immediately uninstall the software from users and computers. This will ensure that all users who are using Office 2003 will have the software uninstalled. Or you have another way of controlling this. Allow users to continue using the software but prevent new installations. So whoever has Office 2003 will be allowed to still use it. However, new users in this OU will not get the application. In our case, we're going to forcibly uninstall Office 2003. So I'm going to click on that, click on OK, and we're done over here. You will see the software setting actually disappeared. So it's a little bit tricky. It's there, but the settings has been changed to uninstall. I'm going to get out of this. And now we need to go back to the OU, which is California. And over here, I'm going to do the following. There are two links over here, Office XP and Office 2003. What I'm going to do is delete Office XP just to make sure that after Office 2003 is installed, the GPO does not actually install Office XP. So that will defeat the purpose. In fact, after you do the upgrade from Office XP to Office 2003, you should remove this GPO link in any case. So I'm going to delete. Right click on this and say delete. Once again, it will be reminded that we are removing the link and not the GPO itself, which is fine. And I'm going to click on OK. So at this point, I have only one GPO applied to the California OU, which is Office 2003. And I've instructed this GPO to perform an uninstall operation. So let's do that then. I'm going to get out of this. And then let's perform an update by running GP update. I'm going to minimize the screen. Let's log into client 1 as J. Smith. I'm going to enter the password over here. And let's observe what happens. Let's read the messages one more time, loading your personal settings. And now it should come up with applying your personal settings, and here we go. Removing managed software, Microsoft Office Professional Edition 2003. So we have successfully removed Office 2003 using a group policy object, and in this manner, you can manage the entire life cycle of the application. While this is happening in the background, let's go back to our document and see the application lifecycle one more time. We installed a new application, we upgraded, and finally we uninstalled the application. This should conclude the first part of this of the Lab 3 video, Managing Application Lifecycle. In the next part of the video, I'm going to show you how to create ZAP files for those applications that do not have an MSI. I thank you very much for watching this video and hope to see you very soon in the ZAP video.